right? And the important thing to keep in mind, no, is if it escalates, right, we're gonna correct it like that. No petting, no petting. Okay. Because again, like all of the reactivity and guarding and stuff that you're seeing is a result of him gluing himself up next to you when he's nervous, right? That's why you see it more intense in those circumstances. You don't want to do anything that's gonna reinforce that. Well, today we're gonna be doing social all day.
Yes,
So,
I'm a little anxious.
Yeah, I mean, listen, his MO is when you first let him around the other dogs, he gets really snappy initially, but it's like nothing, like I just sit there, just let it play out, right? And then he realizes, okay, wait, these dogs aren't trying to attack me. And then he starts sniffing and then opens up and then you see the tail wagging and stuff. And like, that's his MO. That's like his progression that he's always kind of done with a lot of this. So I think you seeing it firsthand and like seeing how he works through it and stuff will be beneficial. The only thing we may see with him is he might glue up to you a little bit more initially, which just might make it a little bit more delayed of him like overcoming it because of that, but we'll see what we get. So.
And I should just try to like.
You're just gonna ignore him. Pretend he's not there. You can watch him, right, and supervise it and stuff, but yeah, you're gonna do basically nothing. So.
I'll do my best.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and pop the muzzle on him here. Yeah, you can set it down wherever you want. And I'll take the remote from you. If you want to set your leash down, you can.
It should be a lot higher. My finger.
That's right, I got it. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna let a dog out and we're gonna see what we get. Really straightforward, right? Let's see, who wants to be your friend, Bowser? This is always the fun part where I get to look around and see who's gonna be your friend today. This will be a good one. We got a puppy Rottweiler here. Come on, let's go. So that's like his MO initially, right? And the important thing to keep in mind, no, is if it escalates, right, we're gonna correct it like that. And this is kind of what we saw, right? It's more, it's more intense because he's by you, right? I know, you scared her. So if it escalates to like where he's kind of doing the little pursuing around, we'll correct for it, obviously. Just the initial little snaps and barks, we'll let him work through.
Yeah.
So.
But if he like keeps going back.
If he does, that's where we'll go back and give the correction for it. So. And then we hang out. And what we'll do is every like 5 minutes or so, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let another dog out and we'll do the process and kind of continue going about things that way. You just got big feelings when you're by your mom. You gave into it. No petting. No petting. Okay. Because again, like all of the reactivity and guarding and stuff that you're seeing is a result of him gluing himself up next to you when he's nervous, right? That's why you see it more intense in those circumstances. You don't want to do anything that's going to reinforce that. So if you want, I'm going to have you follow me out this way. We're going to just let them out real quick. Gwyn. Gwyn, come on. So you see the curiosity coming out, right? And again, this is his MO. This is just more intense than usual because again, he's by you with this, so.
Well, I feel anxious too, which I'm sure he can.
Not necessarily. That's kind of a big myth.
Is it a myth?
Yeah. A lot of times it has very little to do with like you being anxious and more to do with what you do when you're anxious, you know?
Like petting him.
Exactly. The anxious talking and petting and things like that, those tend to be the triggers, so. It's insane. Every time I feel like it's like, oh, it's going to cool down, it just doesn't. And again, the little snaps and stuff like that, I'm not that worried about.
Yeah.
Not that worried about.
Like you didn't correct
No.
for that, yeah.
Yeah. It's really only like the big stuff, like what we saw at the
Yeah,
beginning right there.
Yeah. Yeah, where it's like she was barking back
Yes.
and he wasn't stopping.
Correct.
He was
Yeah.
continuing
Continuing to pursue when the other dog isn't engaging, right? And the important thing to realize too is like it's coming from a place of fear, right? Like he's nervous and scared of the other dogs, and he feels just emboldened by you to act on that fear and insecurity, right? So like correcting it, this is where like when people talk about like correcting it is a bit of a band-aid, like there is some truth to that, where it's like we're suppressing the response a little bit, but we still need him to work through the emotions, right? Yeah.
Like, he's like probably this big.
Yeah.
But yeah, he looks like kind of like a German Shepherd with short legs and not.
We'll obviously help you do the first couple introductions and stuff. I think it'll probably go a lot better than you think. Yeah.
I think I can follow it.
No, we'll help you with it initially.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, Miles hasn't been like trained formally or anything, but he listens.
You're such a weenie, Bowser.
He is. But I have every time I visit him.
All right, we're gonna take them back inside here. Hey, do you mind closing that gate, please, right there? Thank you. All right. One little bark. I know. Bowser. Bowser. Hey, Sonny. We're gonna move back outside for a minute here. He said, whoa, you scared me there. It's good though, he's getting a lot more curious.
Yeah, he's definitely like more eased around Sunny.
Yeah.
Like he went straight to sniffing. He hasn't barked at him once yet.
Yeah. There is something too, like some dogs are really off-put by certain dogs' energy, right? So like her being about as high of energy and crazy as it gets, like that just like radiates that. And it does drive some dogs insane, so. Thought about it and no.
I'm trying not to like force him to interact.
No, you're fine. You're doing fine actually. Usually, just kind of casually meandering around and stuff is good for like promoting motion and stuff. The drama.
He keeps like side-eyeing me. Like, why are you?
He said, do we really have to do this? He's just so awkward,
He really is. You're kind of a nerd, but I love you.
Yeah, I see that. He's like, oh, I'll put myself with everybody else now. He said maybe he'll take me home out of here. Too funny. Squeezed himself in there. That's good, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he always wants to say that every person.
That's it. I'll check this one out. I'll check this one out.
Is the no petting thing, I know part of it's, because it reinforces his, like, he thinks it's okay to then to act out because he's like getting reassurance of being pet.
Sure.
Is there anything to like the jealousy thing of like if a dog sees its owner like petting another dog?
So
like is that
it's not even as deep as that. When you look at what dogs would compete over, they would compete over resources, right? So commonly we think of resources as like food and toys, but we forget affection is one of the biggest resources, right? And in order to allow the dogs to branch off and like seek entertainment elsewhere, we have to eliminate those resources. And then on top of that, we want to make sure as they're developing relationships with each other, that the resources aren't in the way to cause competition, right? So like inevitably, let's say, you and Jeremiah move in and whatever, the dogs live together and stuff. There's gonna hit a point where you're gonna pet one of the dogs when the other one is there. You know what I mean? Like I obviously pet my dogs when they're together with each other, but like only once we have the baseline relationship established do we add that kind of stuff in, right? Literally the most awkward. Like that's hilarious. What are you even doing? I know, he's a sniffy dog. And then once we add the resources in too, like there's some ground rules of how we add them in. So like whether it's food, toys, or affection, we have to make sure that the dogs are learning they can't just like steal resources from each other. And it's not a jealousy thing. It's just like, oh, like you're giving out a resource. They're gonna wanna come get it, right? It's not that they're jealous that the other dog is getting pet, but it's like, I wanna be pet, right? I want that thing. So we have to make sure that we're taking control over those resources that we're giving and saying, hey, this affection, I'm giving it to this dog right now. And if you come over to try to just steal it, I'm gonna correct you for that. It's not okay, right? No different than if he tried to steal a toy from the dog, right? I would correct him for that. That's not okay, right? Exactly. Yes. It's all good though. You can see a lot of the like them bumping into each other is starting to turn into him sniffing a little more as opposed to the instant reaction. Like right there when he got next to you, you saw him kind of flinch a little bit when that dog came close, but still better decision making. So he's loosening up, you could see. So the hardest part for owners initially is just getting through the initial chaos of it. Like when the hardest part for owners initially is getting through the initial chaos of it, you know? It's those first couple minutes where the dog's overwhelmed, there's dogs everywhere, they're reacting, you know? And you gotta just like, right, just like take a breath and just like address it if you need to, but get through it, you know? Because then it's like everything settles down a little bit, the interactions can happen, you can start to develop better relationships, so. Like right now, like this is where the real work happens, you know what I mean?
Stand in hands.
That's it. Sniff here, sniff there. Trying to get his Good Samaritan award. This is good. This is the first big icebreaker of him just getting used to other dogs being in your space, and it's okay, you know what I mean? Yes. So this is good. And again, a couple sniffs here and there, so starting to kind of change his perception a little bit around you of like how he feels about the other dogs. So. Yeah. No, it's really good. Yeah. Wow, Bowser, do you like her? I said, I'm not really sure.
How much is our first year of rent, and then how much are all the fees that
Yeah.
Novo is going to take from us?
Oh, look at you, backing off. That's good.
Yeah.
Those are really good signs to see too, because like I want it to be able to go both ways. That like, it's okay for you to set boundaries, right? But it's okay for other dogs to do it too.
Yeah.
So that was excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, I basically just was like, all right, what's our first year of rent?
Yeah.
And all the fees that Indigo. Everybody's tired.
That's right.